In the grand tapestry of human history, woven with the rise and fall of mighty civilizations, there lies an ancient story often overlooked. It is a tale of powerful kings and radiant queens, of people whose skin glowed with the richness of the African sun. As the golden light sets over the vast savannas of Africa, stories long forgotten begin to resurface, echoes of a regal past preserved in sacred texts. Among the most enduring records of this past is the Bible. Hidden within its ancient pages are powerful narratives that connect Black and African peoples to the very roots of human civilization. Before we dive into this cinematic journey through time, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the rest of this eye-opening series. We have so much more history to explore together. Now, let us set sail across the sands of time and uncover the legacy of Black and African ancestors, according to the Bible. The biblical ancestry of Africa, a lineage from Noah. According to the Bible, all humanity descends from the three sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. These three lineages spread across the earth and gave rise to various peoples and nations. Among them, Ham is often associated with the ancestry of African and Black populations. Ham, one of Noah's sons, is linked throughout biblical texts with the African continent. In Psalms and other scriptures, his name is associated with Egypt and other regions of Africa. Ancient traditions, both Jewish and other cultural sources, also point to Ham as the forefather of African peoples. The name Ham in Hebrew and Aramaic is interpreted to mean burnt or dark, symbolizing a connection to dark skin. His descendants, often referred to as the Hamites, are listed in Genesis 10:6 through 14, which details the family tree of Ham and the nations that came from him. The sons of Ham and their legacy. Ham had 4 sons. 1. Cush, ancestor of the Ethiopians and the kingdom of Nubia. His lineage is tied to regions in present-day Sudan and Ethiopia. 2. Misraim, founder of ancient Egypt, still called Misar in Arabic and Hebrew. 3. Phut, believed to be the progenitor of the Libyans and other North African peoples. 4. Canaan, the father of the Canaanites, who inhabited parts of the ancient Near East. The Bible, along with historical interpretations, ties these figures directly to the early civilizations of Africa and their people. The kingdom of Cush, for example, played a vital role in the development of early African and Near Eastern cultures. Dispelling misinterpretations, the curse of Canaan, one of the most misrepresented stories in the Bible, is the so-called curse of Ham. According to Genesis 9, after Noah became drunk, Ham saw his father's nakedness and told his brothers. As a result, Noah cursed not Ham, but Ham's son, Canaan. Over the centuries, this narrative was twisted to justify false doctrines and racial prejudice. It is critical to understand that the Bible never says that all of Ham's descendants were cursed, only Canaan, and even that is a debated interpretation. Moreover, Ham's other sons, Cush, Mizraim, and Phut, are credited with the founding of great civilizations, including Egypt and Ethiopia. These were powerful, influential nations in the ancient world, far from cursed. Ham's descendants around the world beyond Africa. Some scholars believe that Ham's lineage also extends to regions like South India and other areas where dark-skinned populations reside. The legacy of Cush, for instance, is often associated with Ethiopians, Sudanese, Eritreans, and even people from parts of Mali, Kenya, and Gabon. The term Cush in biblical context often refers to Ethiopia or Nubia, places with deep historical roots and cultural significance. Interestingly, Cush's son Nimrod, described as a mighty hunter, was the founder of Babylon and Nineveh, establishing powerful empires that would shape the course of human history. The Book of Jubilees and the Legacy of Ham. The Book of Jubilees, an ancient Jewish text considered authoritative during the Second Temple period, offers additional insight into Ham's life and his descendants. It recounts how Ham's son Canaan chose to settle in the land of Shem, modern-day Israel, against the wishes of his father and brothers, who believed Africa had been divinely appointed to Ham's lineage. Jubilees also states that Ham was the first to establish a city after the flood, naming it in honor of his wife, a testament to his leadership and legacy. Ham is believed to have lived for over 600 years, like his brother Shem. Although the location of his tomb remains uncertain, some traditions place it in Ethiopia, Sudan, or Egypt, lands that continue to reveal secrets of ancient civilizations buried beneath their soil. As we explore these ancient texts, it's vital to approach them with a balanced perspective, acknowledging their historical, cultural, and theological significance, while understanding their limitations. The Bible is one of many sources that speak to the origins of Black and African peoples. Modern disciplines like archaeology, linguistics, and genetics continue to provide broader context to our shared human past. Let us remember, interpreting ancient scriptures to support harmful ideologies or generalizations is not only wrong, it is a distortion of truth. The Bible speaks of a rich and dignified heritage for the descendants of Ham, a heritage rooted in innovation, civilization, and strength. Thank you for joining us on this journey through biblical history and African heritage. If this episode offered you a new perspective, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you don't miss future content. We have many more stories to uncover together. Until next time, stay curious and stay connected to the roots of your history.